What's going on, Twitch chat and YouTube? This is a Wednesday night Mythic Society Weekly. We are gonna play Modern Horizons 2 Aggro deck tonight. This is a legacy deck basically. So in legacy, there's a lot of people clamoring about, yo, Delver's broken, which is an interesting statement because Delver has just always been.
This deck looks awesome.
Always been broken, really, right? But one of the real pushes is that the Modern Horizons 2 creatures are just very, very strong. Dragon's Rage Channeler, which is basically a better Delver. It flips when you want it to. And also like lets you have like card selection when you cast non-creature spells, which is really nice. You got the monkey, the money monkey, as it is. 100 ticket master of, like, I guess every format, really. It's just a really push Savannah Lions, you know. And then this card's actually quite strong. I initially wrote this out because it dies to Pyroblast, but the Murktide Regent, which is just like a big flying Delve boy, really powerful when Pyroblast is kind of falling out of favor and bug decks are playing Abrupt Decay instead of Assassin's Trophy. So basically what we're doing is we took a legacy deck, which is blue-red Delver. I cut Delver because I don't actually think Delver's at a high enough impact in Vintage to be warranting a spot. Delver hits hard, but Delver doesn't do anything besides hit hard, whereas cards like Dragon's Rage Channeler, Ragavan, Dreadhorde Arcanist, they really actually provide a bunch of impact besides the attacking part of it. I mean, Dreadhorde Arcanist doesn't really provide attacking impact, but like Dragon's Rage Channeler is a 3-power flyer that also lets you get card selection. Ragavan's a 2-power monkey that also gives you ramp and card advantage. And then obviously this is just all power, but it's a lot of power. So basically I have those creatures we just mentioned inside of a Preordained Lightning Bolt shell. We're trying 4 dazes. I'm not 100% sure 4 days is where we want to be. But people don't do 4 days in Vintage a lot, I guess because of Moxen, but we're at a point in the Vintage metagame where Daze is really powerful, where Bazaar is, with very few lands, is one of the better decks. Resolving your first, couple of impactful spells is really important, so I actually think Daze is pretty good right now, so I'm trying 4 Dazes. We have 2 negations and 4 gushes, and then one of the delve spells, restricted delve spells, we might be able to fit another restricted delve spell in. But I've been kind of like waffling back and forth on whether or not this is too many delve things. The Dragon's Rage Channeler really does help fuel delve, but then you have Dreadhorde Arcanist taking away, so it's like a little bit it's a little conflicting. I have some problems, I think, where I want a couple more Arcanist targets, like Thought Scours or something, but I haven't figured out exactly how to build the list yet. 5 Wastelands, and then your sideboard is pretty simply, you need Surgical Extraction because of the Hollow Vine decks. Unholy Heat helps a lot against the Tarmogoyf decks. Scattering Spree obviously shops. Brazen Borrower against like Leyline of the Void is one of the biggest reasons to play Brazen Borrowers in your sideboard. Our deck is like fairly weak to Leyline of the Void, so Brazen Borrower is nice there. Some Pyroblast because killing like Okos is pretty important, and then a Null Rod and a Needle. I did play this deck to a 5-0 earlier last week, maybe earlier. I thought the deck had some legs, but also like it really struggles versus Bazaar. No matter like what you do, it's just going to struggle versus Bazaar. Maybe if you like switch the deck around and played Deathrite Shamans or something. I'm not sure how you could fit Deathrite Shamans into the deck, but maybe that would help. I'm not really sure. The Bazaar decks in Vintage right now are super powerful, which is very problematic for playing blue fair decks. So I think we're about to get underway here, so let me go take a look. Yes, all right, we're about to get underway, so let's just get right underway then. All right, so after we put the wrong deck in, this is actually round 1 versus Fire Shoes, and Fire Shoes is on his tried and true giant flagship Ravager deck. Try this again. Okay, so let's see. We've got yeah, this hand looks nice. We've got Counterspell. We've got interesting. I kind of think I'm just supposed to play a Dreadhorde on turn 1. That way I can bolt and flashback bolt on the next turn. I can just fetch basic island here. I think that makes more sense. And we won the die roll both times. I would have given them the play if they won the die roll on the second time, because I mean, oh, classic. Classic, classic, classic. I like this hand, though. I'm a big fan. I think there are definitely some instances that I wouldn't play Dreadhorde on turn 1. But I don't know, like, if I would ever dash the Ragavan. Maybe I would dash the Ragavan. I don't know. Ragavan's a really weird card. This card just, it's very odd. I mean, it's pretty unique and powerful, but it's not something that because it's unique, it's not something that I have a lot of experience with, so I'm not exactly sure, like, the heuristics behind when you're supposed to do different things with it. Okay, Mana Vault, it's a lot. Boom, a boat. You cast him off a treasure on the next turn, but you don't get back your Ragavan until after. Oh my god, it is a boat. Man. Yeah, I really don't think I want to, like, have to kill everything that has 3 power, so I'm just gonna force this. We might not have a spell to flashback with our Arcanist, but I guess that's okay. We can draw a Preordain, that would be ideal. I mean, an Ancestral would be ideal, but you never ask for the Ancestral. You gotta ask for the Preordain. Alright, not. Alright, so let's just dash this monkey. And we'll just attack with our 1/3 that doesn't do anything. Sphere resistance, nice. Get out of here, Sphere resistance. I'm okay with this. And then we get our treasure, and we get no land drop, and our monkey is safe from a boat, I guess. A second boat. You know what would solve that problem, Slasher? Force of Will. Just saying. All right, so I like the spot we're in. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand. Obviously, we are out of blue interaction, but we do have a lightning bolt. So if we face a bunch of creatures, we're in decent shape. That's a lot of mana. All right, so 3 cards remaining. Let's see what they got for us here. Uh-oh. Ballista? Was a worm coil in the main? Oh no. There are in fact 2 worm coils in the main. Ah, all right. Well, this is problematic. This is definitely problematic. Maybe I shouldn't have forced the stupid ship, I guess. I don't know. So I could technically bolt this, attack in, bolt it again. Then I lose my Dreadhorde Arcanist, which kind of sounds bad to me. Do I have any? I don't have any Dak Fadens in my deck. I don't have any Brazen Borrowers in the main. This is going to be quite challenging. I don't exactly know. I didn't expect my opponent to have 6 mana either, but they did. It really is going to have to be a bunch of bolts. But that kind of makes me think that we need to wait until we draw another bolt, though. So I think what I want to do is Time Walk and play a monkey. No, because then I still need to. Then I don't even have double red to bolt anyways. Maybe I just play a monkey and pass. Like, they're not going to attack with this, right? Maybe they do just attack with this. Huh. This is a problem. I think I'm just going to play a monkey and pass. I don't know. I don't really know what the best way to play around this is with my limited set of answers. I definitely need a second lightning bolt. I can take like 2 hits of this, right? I guess I don't even have a counterspell for a creature anymore. Maybe I was just supposed to let that stupid ship resolve. Yeah, we're on 4 bolts in the main. Chalice on 1. All right, well, I successfully played around that. All right, so does this Worm Coil Engine attack? I guess is the question. I can't imagine it would. If I were to draw something like Preordain or Ancestral, I just get so much card advantage, plus a Ragavan hit. So I think we have time. Oh, it's coming in. All right, I will definitely take this tempo loss to maybe draw some cards that matter, I guess. Oh, they have another follow-up. That's bad. It's a Ballista on 2.
Wow, 2 years of vintage.
Ian, 2 years. Wow, that's crazy. I said that every time someone hits like 2 years, but it's so wild to me. Much appreciated. It's good to have you around. Let's say that. No, what's not good is this Walking Ballista killing my monkey. I'm not happy about that. All right, so this is no, it's just an open decklist tournament. This is the deck they play pretty much every week. So it just it lines up fairly poorly at the moment. So all right. So I have let's think about this here. Dreadhorde Arcanist, Dragon Rage Channeler. I mean, these cards kind of suck, right? I don't really want any of these cards. All right, well, at least if they trade with my Dreadhorde Arcanist and Monkey, then I have another backup Dreadhorde Arcanist, I guess, is the upside here. I'm definitely attacking and getting this Ponder, so... Yeah, does turning on Channeler really help us here? I don't think it does. So, like, I could take... I mean, I assume our monkey's not connecting. Yes, I do assume our monkey's not connecting. I think I need it, like... I don't know. I don't think these cards do it. Okay, let me... Try Ancestral right now? Guess so. Okay. Okay, hold up. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, so if they block here and shoot the monkey pre-damage, then that's not very good. So I assume they just shoot this monkey. We get to keep our Dreadhorde. I guess they could... I mean, are we gonna live enough? I think we're gonna live long enough. All right. I think this just happened. Yes, monkey down. So we kind of need this Murktide regent. Is it regent like a king? Probably. To be a 6/6. But I don't want to get rid of my Ancestral, but I still get a +1/+1 counter if I cast Ancestral. So theoretically, I have 4 cards in the yard, 5 cards in the yard, so I can cast this and have it be a 5/5. And then on the next turn, it can become a 6/6 after we attack with our Dreadhorde Arcanist. And I can still cast my other Dreadhorde Arcanist this turn. I could make it a 6/6 just by casting Lightning Bolt right now. Which is kind of worthwhile. It's an interesting idea. Because then I just have a 6/6. But then they leave back their Wormcoil to block my... I guess they're probably going to leave back to their Wormcoil to block Dreadhorde no matter what. I think I'm just going to play both of my... my dudes instead. Because my Regent will become a 6/6 as long as any spell gets cast out of my yard. I think that's how this works. I've never actually had this come up. Whenever an instant or sorcery leaves your graveyard. So that's when I flat this is synergy, yeah? Synergy? I assume. I only assume. All right, I think this is fine. And even if they just like pump this ballista, who cares? I don't exactly know how leaves your graveyard works. I assume delve would count. Not really sure. Most of the time when this resolves, you have no cards left in your yard anymore, and then you kill them. So I could be taking another 6 here, but I think that would be okay. I mean, I'm not super worried about the Death Touching Worm. All right, they drew a land, so they can pump this ballista. I assume, okay, so they're not attacking with their Wormcoil, which is fantastic for me. Because now I'm probably going to double bolt and make a huge flyer. Fair. 31 months in a row. Oh my. 31 months. I hope you're having a good time. Not interactive. Hope you're doing well. All right, what do we draw? We drew a land. So do I just double bolt this Wormcoil engine so that my dragon becomes a 7/7 and the Wormcoil dies, kills both my Dreadhorde Arcanists? I don't think so. It doesn't seem very good, but it might be fine. Do I race at that point? All right, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm attacking with this Regent too. Maybe I'm supposed to bolt. No, that doesn't seem good. I definitely lose a bunch of Dreadhordes here, but I think that's okay. Those are not the greatest draws. And by not the greatest draws, I mean those were fucking horrible draws. All right. I don't really think I have much choices anymore. I can't even play this monkey because of this ballista. I might have punted this game away, right? I don't know. They go to 18 and then down to 11. I take 7. I take 8. I take 9. I take 11 on the swing back. That's really bad. Oh no, they can't do this too many times because they lose life. Am I supposed to just play this Ragavan out and have it die to this ballista so they don't take as much damage? Probably. I wonder, I mean, obviously that Ancestral was terrible. No, I don't think so. I don't think we're supposed to dash it. We actually gain a 2 life this way, or we gain 3 life. So, and we force them to use this. I don't think dashing does anything. I think playing this out and making them, like, technically we gain 2 life and they lose 2 life, making them bolt this thing. All right, what's coming in? Just life? I assume everything is coming in. 7. Are you pumping again? You would go to 11. You would go to 9. They're not pumping again. This puts them outside of bolt range. Well, not outside of bolt range because of Mana Vault. So a bolt wins the game. First time chat. Welcome. ECP Math. Glad to have you. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't. This Murktide region is so good. Oh, I cast Ancestral and drew 3 blank slasher. Shut up. Get out of here. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Man, this game was real close, let me tell you. Real close. This is what happens when you put good cards in your deck, Slasher. You will draw more cards than your opponent. Oh, what the heck? I don't have a stop.
Best bolt drawer nah.
Oh, thank you for the 5 months, much appreciated. Okay, that was fairly good. That went really. I thought that was gonna go a lot easier than it did. And then a Worm Coil dropped, and I didn't know how we were gonna win. And then we drew Ancestral after shuffling with 2 Ponders. So, you know, a little here, a little there. Let's take Brazen Borrower, Shattering Spree, Unholy Heat, maybe Null Rod and Needle, maybe 9 cards. I don't think we have 9 cards to take out, do we? I feel like Ragavan is awful in this matchup. Seems quite bad. Probe is horrible. Yeah, I think I think this card is quite strong. Quite strong. I'm very, very happy with this card so far. I kind of want to play a 3rd. Especially when nobody's playing Pyroblast anymore. Maybe this card's not very good. How do I cut 4 more cards from my deck, chat? Some Dazes on the draw? What does this actually kill? It doesn't kill Giant. It only kills Revoker. Alright, I'm off it. One more card. I hate Gush. I hate Gush in this matchup. Alright, this looks fine. A little low on blue cards, but I don't mind Cruise. I think this thing is fine, probably, but it doesn't act like it's not. My opponent's playing like Crystalline Giant and things. I have to make sure I get 4 kinds of cards in my yard. It might not be as easy being restricted. I guess it kills Inspector. Maybe I'll just cut another Daze on the draw. I'm not really sure. I really hate picking up lands against shops. It feels like it's not a good play. So I don't usually like playing Gush in this matchup. But I think other people have a different opinion on me than on that one. But I don't know. It just feels like you don't actually have a lot of time. And bringing lands back to your hand feels counterproductive to you, like playing through a sphere or something. I guess it's a pretty bad hand against Wormcoil Engine, but sure. But I think I would rather like put some Dazes back in on the play, probably. Crystalline Giant. All right, that resolves. Now, please, for the love of God, don't be hexproof or +1/+1. All right, sweet. Though I do think I'm going to let it go another turn just to get rid of this workshop. Maybe that's dumb. I don't know. I have a feeling we might have a problem with mana in this game. I have a sneaking suspicion that I don't have the correct number of lands in my deck, but I don't know the answer. Okay, double workshop draw. All right, fair. Yeah. All right, I'm like playing with fire here, right? All right, vigilance, flying, death touch. Okay. I feel like I am playing very, very risky. I do think I should kill something with a bolt here. I could get a channeler in play, but I don't want to give these things too many more things. I don't know. If I get wastelanded, I'm just very dead, aren't I? Maybe this was a problematic keep. What's the chance they have workshop, wasteland? I mean, all right. I have to hold this force for a sphere because of my mana situation. Oh, they're tapping it. All right, I'm just gonna force this. Beautiful draw. Beautiful draw. Very nice. Very nice draw. This pedal has been great. I really think that people in Legacy should try playing pedal in their like Channeler Delver deck. I don't know if it's actually good, but they should try playing it because it allows you to do really cool things, like double threat on turn 1 or threat plus wasteland. I thought this pedal like is one of the best things I added into this deck. Yeah, we're just gonna put this in the yard. I need lands, and that also is a 4th type, which is fantastic. I think I'm just gonna murder this now. Yeah, let's just keep getting rid of non-land cards. No baubles. I chose not to play baubles. You have a bunch more Moxen in this deck. Like you have force artifacts in your deck, so I don't think the baubles are like good enough to play in Vintage, but I think the pedal has been so good. Been very happy with the pedal. All right, so I'm out of lands, which is bad, I would say. But if I draw more lands, we're not in a terrible spot. Okay. A sphere would be bad as well. How about a Black Lotus? Just give me a Black Lotus Shattering Spree here. Karn, beautiful. I'm gonna definitely get a basic mountain, I think. That makes the most sense. So I have to question, what am I spreeing? I guess it's just the Ravager, even though I'm going to take a huge hit. I can serve. Man, this ability is very, very powerful. Just like card selection every time I cast a spell. Do I want that? It'll be good if they draw a sphere. And if not, I can waste them. I think I want this. I could be convinced that I don't want that. All right, so I go to 8. If they don't play any more threats, we should be in a good spot. However, shit. Okay. All right, this time I do think I have to kill the Inspector. Ooh, man, it's gonna be a really close game. This thing can never block, which is problematic. No matter what, maybe I'm supposed to hold. I can't hold this because I'm just gonna die. I kind of have to draw another removal. That technically blocks, but my racing is how bad? They're at 14. I take 1, 2, 3. I go to 5. I go to 2. They go to 11. It's not good enough, right? I need to find another Bolt or another Spree. Well, I guess this does block for 1. I guess it's kind of like a fog. Well, actually, if they don't have any more... Yeah, this actually might work. Because I guess they would hold back for 1 turn, but then I'm swinging for 6 in the air. What an interesting game. It's a very modern game of Magic. Very modern game of Vintage, I guess, is how you could say it. All right. Game on. I go to... Well, I guess maybe they don't even eat this ruby. I think they would eat the ruby. 3 turn clock. They have a 3rd workshop? Stop it. They didn't eat. Interesting. All right, so I have a 2-turn clock, and they have a 2-turn clock. But not yet. They have a 3-turn clock because this thing is blocking. Unless they draw an artifact, which is probably not something I should be banking on not happening. But, because then they could eat up to 4, in which case I have to chump. I can't race. I could race. I would just have to draw one of my 2 remaining channelers. There's City of Traders in this deck too. Sideboard. Okay. This is bad. What is this? Ah, all right. Well, I believe I have died. I believe I have died. So shoot me twice and then eat it, and then I have to chump, probably? Oh. That's weird. Oh, I'm at 6. Never mind, that's not weird. I die. All right, my opponent had 3 Mishra's Workshops, which was problematic to my outcome here. I could have been... I don't think I could have been greedier. I feel like I cast all the spells on the turn that I should cast the spells. I don't know. It felt fine. I mean, drawing blue cards would have been problematic there, as I couldn't cast them. So we probably should be happy we're not drawing blue cards. I don't know if I should bring in Dazes. Are they better than like some of these other cards? I don't think so. I'm just gonna resubmit with this. This is fine. This is okay. Yeah, I don't know. I even took a couple hits I didn't have to take so that I could deploy a threat, right? And which was very important because it helped me get rid of a ton of bad cards on the top of my deck. So overall, I think the way we played that game was fine. Maybe. I thought we had successfully stopped our opponent from casting things by stripping their workshop after they missed the land drop, but it's not the case. Oh, all right, all right, all right. Let's do this. Let's do this. On the play, I got lands, I got sprees, I got creatures. I'm in. This is a great hand. Beautiful hand. This hand's almost legal in Modern. You could play this deck in Modern. Pretty much, right? You'd be surprised on which Modern decks are actually very good against Ravager Shops. They play a lot of lands. Please do not ballista my beautiful flying man. I guess it's not really a flying man. Doesn't fly. It is a 1-mana 1/1, but all right. Wasteland was their oh my god. Am I gonna get sky shipped? Is that what's happening here? Are they gonna play a lodestone and wasteland me? What is going on? I don't know. It could be bad. Is this a ballista on 2? It's a crystalline giant. Wonderful. Fantastic. Am I getting wastelanded? I'd love them to play like a revoker here. A revoker would be fantastic. No, I'm getting wastelanded. Okay. I was hoping for a revoker so that I could do like shattering spree things, but second channeler or cast bolt on this giant. I think cast bolt on this giant is the thing that makes the most sense right now. I want another... Yes, I'm okay with that. Get in there for 1, baby. All right, so they have a mana crypt attacking their life total and a mana vault attacking their life total. I've got lands to spare. I have a shattering spree on reserve. I've got a wasteland. Yeah, I don't know. This looks fine. Mono red aggro. It looks pretty decent. I could make it work. As long as they don't go like workshop Moxen Wormcoil Engine. That would be bad. No. Rip the Dragon's Rage Channeler. All right, so I think here I just want to... This is an interesting decision point, for sure. So what I could do... I don't want to like waste my shattering spree, but I also really want to wasteland. And I can't play Dragon's Rage Channeler. I think wastelanding makes the most sense, but I guess there's also like play Dreadhorde Arcanist or double spree. I'm really worried about Wormcoil Engine, chat. I'm really, really worried about Wormcoil Engine. I'm really, really worried about Wormcoil Engine. If I just let them... I guess I'm not... if I just let them go land Wormcoil Engine, do I win this game? Maybe. Maybe I win this game. I don't think I would Wasteland Shatter Mana Crypt. I don't think I would do that. I'm going to try Dreadhorde. Let's try Dreadhorde. I mean, we do have fallback plans to a Wormcoil Engine by like flashing back spree. So we should be acceptable. Ooh, nice. We want a Mana Crypt flip. Yeah, but no mana and a 1/1 quickly turns into 3 mana and a 1/1. I don't know. I don't know. It's not a bad line. I think a lot of the lines have merit, but like if opponent just like slams Workshop Sphere after or something, I don't know. Close. What is this? Ravager. Okay. That's annoying. And a Wasteland? Oh my lord. Yeah, this is problematic to say the least. So I'm pretty sure we have to spree the sphere, attack, and bolt. Oh god, bolting the I guess spreeing the Ravager. That's like so bad. I guess theoretic. I can't really use this Wasteland. I have to use it for mana. No matter what I do, I can't really attack into this though. No matter what, I cannot attack into this. This is really, really bad for me. Maybe I should have killed off his mana last turn. Maybe I'm just supposed to kill this Walking Ballista now. And then we can flashback spree on Ravager later. Kind of think that's what I want to do. I mean, they could move everything onto this Ballista now, but that would be okay, I think. Like, if they want to go sack, or like sack one or two things and like trade off the board, I would be okay with that. If they want to just eat onto this Ravager, I think that's also fine, because I currently have an answer to the Ravager. Yeah, so as long as I don't get Wastelanded here, on my next turn, I can pay the one with my Wasteland and replicate with the other one, and then I can hit, like, Sphere Ravager. So as long as nothing bad happens, and they're on one card, and they're taking damage, I think this is the best place to be. Okay, they ate the Mana Vault, so they don't take damage from it. Makes sense. Didn't eat the Mana Crypt, but they won the flip. I really don't want to see too many things here. Wasteland is the biggest thing I don't want to see, because I want to be able to cast 2 Shattering Sprees. How's it going, Atog? It's been an okay day. Got a lot done at work. This match has been pretty interesting. This game has been very, very interesting. Mostly because it's played out like a game of Modern, I think. This whole set, actually. The whole set of 3 games. I'm interested to see what happens here, because we're in the tank, but I can't imagine there are that many choices. Opponent does not have Golos. This is Ravager Shops. So if my opponent is attacking, yeah, that makes sense. And what is the follow-up? 4 mana spell? Not another Ballista. That would be so bad. Oh, no, no, no! Ah! How about like a land or something? Fuck! We're so dead! This is so bad. All right. Well, you get a 3/3 flyer. Right? 3/3 flyer? 3/3 flyer. And I'm going to get rid of their workshop. Okay, all right. I mean, they don't have any more lands. They have an active Mana Crypt and a 3/3 flyer. So as long as they don't draw like a City of Traders and pump up this ballista. They won another flip. All right, unfortunate. We could probably win. You know, we could afford for them to lose a couple more flips. All right, no land drop. No, ooh, that's a spicy one of. That is okay. That's a spicy little one of right there. Do I really want a volcanic? No. So in my previous list, that would have been a null rod, and although it actually probably would have worked out by drawing a land next turn, it would have been a little tighter there. All right, okay. This looks winnable. What a crazy match. It's been a great match. Good magic. Yeah, I can't cast that one. All right. Attack. Get in there. Turn on days. I guess so. I don't really know. I don't really think I want that. There's like there's 3 Shattering Sprees, 3 Lightning Bolts, 2 Dragon's Rage Channelers in my deck. Maybe. It's definitely possible. They wastelanded me, huh? Oh, what a draw. Okay, that draw was real good. If my opponent wasn't already dying to this Mana Crypt. GG's. That was a great match. What a fantastic match. Wow, what a crazy match. Okay, chat, here we are, round 2 of the Mythic Society weekly event, playing against Marlin. Marlin's always got interesting deck building going on. This time, Marlin is on Oath of Druids. It looks like 3 Tropical, 2 Tundra, so a Bant Oath of Druids deck with 4 of the new cards, Sarah's Emissary. I don't know why it's not in English, but it says, give you and your creatures protection from this card type, I think. And then there's some Abundant Harvest, some 4 main deck Force of Vigor, 4 main deck Force of Vigor, 2 Negation, 2 Fluster, 2 Swan Song. Sideboard has some Prismatic Endings, very nice. This card is very strong. Yeah, this is an interesting deck. It's probably, you know, pretty decent against us, seeing as we're a creature-based aggro deck. Probably don't have that many ways to counter Oath, and if they put in a Sarah's Emissary, it's going to be very hard for us to win, so it should be interesting. Let's do it. I'm definitely keeping this hand. So I think the play here is to lead on the Ragavan. That will give us the most traction moving forward, giving us treasure to accelerate our game plan. And then we should have the ability to like force an Ancestral after. I will make a monkey. Obviously, none of our plays are going to be very strong against Oath of Druids, but it do be like that. I don't think I really have sideboard cards for Oath either, so this could be a quick set of matches here if my opponent just slams an Oath and kills me. Please. Alright, well. Turn 1 Oath with Force backup after I played a creature is not good for me. I can definitely draw a Lightning Bolt to kill my Ragavan. They have 4 Sarah's Emissaries, so I don't think it's going to matter if we exile a creature or not. Because they have 4 in their deck. I also don't know how we're going to kill them with an active Oath anyways, so... We could hit a Force of Vigor, but we can't cast it. Yeah, I don't really see too many strong outs here. I think we're gonna be in trouble. That's pretty good. Okay. Hold up. That's pretty good. The monkey strikes again. The monkey strikes again. So I can just give them an elk. And then this oath will not trigger, which I think is my current line of play. I think it's better than giving them a Sarah's Emissary and like making them name Planeswalker the first time or whatever. That was kind of the best possible hit. And by kind of, I mean almost certainly the best hit. Man, this monkey though. I like this deck. This deck is fun. It's a good time. Oh man. Monkey. Is this ancestral? I sure hope they don't have Fluster or Forest back up here, because I think I'm just gonna respond by ancestraling here. Am I? They can have four Fluster, Swan Song, and Force. I really don't want to get Swan Songed, huh? God, if I get Swan Songed, I'm gonna get Swan Songed here. Good God. Oh wait, they get a swan, not I get a swan. No, I get a swan, right? Who gets a swan? Yeah, I get a swan. Yikes. Look at this though. This was pretty good play. I think this play was better, chat. I do think I'm just gonna waste this. Should I make them block this thing? And then I get a random creature? Is a random creature better than a monkey? Probably. I could always turn it into an elk and attack. Nah, this seems like way better. Let's attack with our monkey. I shouldn't have wastelanded. Because then I could cast Time Walk if they choose not to block. Yeah, but we have an Oath of Druids, chat. Don't you know that we have an Oath of Druids? It could be anything. Even a monkey. They quit! They're done! They're done! I mean, I don't know if I would quit in this moment in time, but... Alright, hold on. What do we get? I want to know what creature we're getting. A Dreadhorde Arcanist! That's an upgrade to Monkey! Then we get an Ancestral Recall! Look at that. That is big brain Magic the Gathering. I can't... How did we win this game? How did we win? All right. So I do have some answers. I have I got some Brazen Borrowers. My opponent has Ravenous Trap, Soul Guide Lantern, Prismatic Ending, Dispel. Dispel, huh? Okay. I'm gonna bring in Pyroblast and Brazen Borrowers, and maybe this Needle. I guess this Needle, and then I think we want to take out. Oh God, is it even like there's no use in taking out creatures, right? How big is this Emissary? 7/7. Holy shit! I guess I'm just gonna take out. What am I gonna take out? What do we take out? Oh yeah, Asphalt. You are the hype train conductor. This is just the facts. Monkey has dash. Fair. A fair point. I mean, I don't think we want to take out creatures. I guess Channeler would be the worst of the ones that we do have. So maybe I can just take out Channelers. I guess that's fair. We can just take out a bunch of the creatures. Oh, surgical actually. All right, well, maybe in game 3. No, I think I want all my dazes. Surgical is an interesting idea, actually. Surgical is an interesting idea. Maybe in game 3, we'll think about surgical. I actually think Bolt is fine because Bolt is going to allow us to kill our own creatures, clock them faster, and if like they name creature off of their Sarah Emissary, then I still have outs, you know? I definitely want to keep this. Does someone have like a, oh man, we should clip the monkey hit. That was so good. I must post on Twitter. I feel the Twitter compelling me. All right. I mean, I would like to cast Brainstorm with a land. Maybe I'll just cast Preordain to find a land first, and we'll cast Brainstorm later. I mean, that's not exactly what I meant, but I don't really want another Preordain. Don't think I'm playing this monkey. I think we're gonna dash this monkey. So let's just ponder here. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep this misstep and draw into force. I mean, I can go clip it at some point. I just don't know if anyone already did. All right, okay, we're in a spot, a place. Things happen here. Abundant harvest. I mean, I feel like I don't care. You got it. What are you gonna get? Non-land? Reveals Brainstorm. You got it. I mean, I'll mental misstep Brainstorm. I'll tell you that much. When my opponent has no Pyroblast, mental misstep on Brainstorm is pretty high value. All right, so let's get dashing here now. Yeah, I think dashing is the play. I would like to dash in my monkey. How does that make you feel, opponent? Cracking the fetch. What does this mean? Blue. Brainstorm. All right, now I'm not going to block this mental misstep. Never mind. I'm off it. Oh, they're rearranging what card to get the Ragavant. Oh, so smart. I don't really care though. I'll just get me a treasure and get me out of here. They're getting value off of my Ragavant. Just so smart. The problem is the card they're most likely to put on top is a land. And normally that would make a lot of sense. Oh, they're going to force it. Fuck you, I want my monkey? I think that's okay to let resolve, but I want my monkey, you know? All right, what does monkey say? What does monkey see? I mean, they were the one who put this card there. They're just done! They've had enough! What did they put on top? What's happening? Marlon, I feel like you should play the games out a little longer. I guess monkey's strong, you know? I don't know. We will never know. We will never know what they had. I don't know. All I know is monkey just got 2 concessions, so. I mean, the only thing I can think of is they put like a good card on top and then the force didn't happen. So then I was going to get their good card and they didn't want me to have their good card, I guess. I'm not really sure. But I'll take the W. That's for sure. Welcome to round 3. 2-0 start, not bad. Tonight we're playing round 3 versus Luca. Luca's on PO. This is the new Horsey to the Cyanod, Urza's Saga, Karn, Narset, Urza PO deck. I played a bit of this over the course of the last week and a half or so. I'm not a huge fan. I think that the seats and Thoughtcasts are more of a liability than an upgrade. Urza Saga is obviously very strong, and I'm definitely on board for trying to fit Urza Saga into the Paradoxical Outcome deck, but I think the shell is worse than playing blue-black PO, splash for Vamp, Demonic, Yogwell, and then just trying to fit some sagas in. I think I like the Power 9's latest list more than I like these seat versions. As I was saying beforehand, our deck should theoretically be good against PO, but I may have 0 Pyroblast and 0 Flusterstorms in my 60, which is not ideal. So I did make this harder than it probably had to be by cutting some of the cards that are good against PO. Just because I don't think they're actually super good in the metagame. And just because I, have to find a lot of slots. This is a pretty easy Mental Misstep the Soul Ring. I do think that I'm going to strip mine this island as well, especially if I draw. Ooh. Hello. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, so I'm gonna strip mine this island and then play both my creatures. I'm drawing a little hot today. I won't lie to you. I'm definitely drawing a little hot today. I don't have anything to flash back with my Dreadhorde yet. No, stop conceding. I feel like we could have lost some of the games. I feel like we could have lost some of the games today. I really don't know, chat. I really think my opponent should play the games out longer. But I'm happy to go into sideboarding games with a little bit of a lead. Monkey just forces concessions. I definitely want Null Rod, and I definitely want Pyroblasts. I don't hate the idea of Brazen Borrower, and I don't think Shattering Spree is all that bad, considering my opponent is on an Urza Saga plan. I don't think that Lightning Bolt does anything, so that's a pretty easy takeout. But after that, things get a little bit more difficult. I think you can cut one Ragavan. My opponent's not going to be killing a Ragavan, so that's the power of the YouTube video, though, Joda. Is if you just don't watch live, I mean, you do miss out on the chat and the interaction and the good time, but the video is probably like 20 minutes long, right? All right. I don't know. What else can we cut, chat? What else can we cut here? Maybe we can trim like an Arcanist. 3 more cuts. We can probably trim an island. I don't actually know if we're allowed to cut mana sources in this deck. Probably not, seeing as that we're already at like 12. Probably not. Yeah, how about a daze on the chair? We can cut some dazes on the draw. That works for me. Yeah, this is true. Last challenge video was only 2 rounds though, so our first round today took a long time. I took a long time making decisions in round 1. In rounds 2 and 3, our opponents have just saw Monkey and conceded, so. To be fair, Monkey's scary. I think this is acceptable. Obviously, we don't have a threat, but this is a decent amount of counter magic. So. No Monkey, easy mull. You got it. All right, no blue source from my opponent. Very interesting. I drew another Black Lotus. Okay. Now I can hard cast Negation, which is always fun. No blue source again. An interesting keep from my opponent. I'm not sure I vibe with that keep as a PO player, but I mean, pretty sure I'm down to just play a Dreadhorde Arcanist, even though I don't have anything to flashback currently. If it gets forced, I'll just let it happen. All right, that's a good draw. So they have one turn with a bunch of blue mana. Oh, Thoughtcast. Yeah. Ancestral. That's one more card than Thoughtcast. All right, that was all their blue sources for the turn. So I do think that I am going to counter this Ancestral, and then we'll Wasteland them, and hopefully it's good enough. I kind of want to draw like an Ancestral of my own. That would be nice. It's possible they were holding Academy to play around Wasteland. Definitely possible. Yeah, totally possible. All right, well, I drew another land, which is really bad. If my opponent draws... Yeah, that's going to be problematic. If I didn't have a Wasteland, I drew another land. All right. So we are winning, but the problem is my opponent has a lot of top decks that probably just kill us, and we have drawn lands. We kind of need to draw Brainstorm. Brainstorm would be lit. Or that. That's pretty good. I would like to this is going to get him to concede, isn't it? Yes. If it isn't paradoxical outcome, I am Jeskai. This is what it's like on the other side. Not too bad, chat. I don't know. Maybe I'll become a Jeskai gamer. Giant comment. Right, and then they draw an opal. So sad. Oh, I shouldn't have cracked that in case I drew a Brainstorm. I'm not even gonna kill this opal. No, I refuse. This is what I was saying earlier. I have a problem with this Dreadhorde Arcanist plan because if I mean, how likely is it that I don't draw a Preordain in my top 17 cards? That's got to be pretty unlikely, right? All right, that can resolve. I'm gonna murder it. I mean, this at least lets us continue to hold up negation, which is nice. How to Preordain? It's like a Preordain. Ah, perfect. Marktide Regent. Where are my Preordains? Where Preordain? Oh my god. Oh my Preordain. There it is. Halfway through the deck. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is true. It'd be a small dragon. Wow. All right. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. It was not the most. It was not the win we thought it would be, but it did the job. So okay. Here we are, chat. It is now round 4 of 4 in our Mythic Society weekly event. We are playing against this deck, which is a Jund mid-range with Luris. So Deathrite, Goyf, Bob, Oof, Ren and 6. Abundant Harvest, that sweet, sweet Mind Twist. We've got some Vigors, a bunch of Assassin's Trophies and Decays, Pyroblast and Bolts. 4 Assassin's Trophy is pretty problematic for our big, large dragon plan. But, yeah, let's give it our best shot. I can only imagine that this matchup is probably not great for us, but we are the blue Force Ancestral deck, so maybe it's possible. This hand looks fantastic, though. Snap this one off. Definitely willing to play Volcanic Channeler, especially seeing as that lets us play Daze. See what our opponents got for us here. They don't play that many. I guess they do play 4 Moxen. It's a pretty decent amount of Moxen. Strip Mine. I think I'm willing to just crack and play. It's very impossible for. So we could technically get in for 3 if our opponent was to like bolt in combat. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack this land and play a Preordain to start here. I don't think my opponent's going to bolt this in combat. Yeah, I want that. Absolutely want that. Do I want... Yeah, I guess I want both of these, and then I'll just play a monkey. So I didn't really end up getting any value off my channeler, but... Any monkeys in chat? Do we got any monkeys going on in chat? I love it. It's great. Why not? Play fetch, cast Preordain, surveil, decide to fetch, let Preordain resolve. Because if I want to keep both cards, then having a fetch is not helpful. I like the Black Flag Crossbones. Very nice. All right, so this Daze is about to get sick value. Now I need to consider, am I playing Dreadhorde Arcanist next turn or strip mining my opponent? I guess I'm still going to, I guess I'm going to get a treasure, so. Oh, I like that one too. Who's that? Donkin? Very nice. Is there any way for me to get... There's no way for me to turn on my Dragon's Channeler, right? Even if they were to, like, counter my Arcanist. I can't play my Arcanist and strip mine, so... Until I attack, so... Guess we're going to attack and get our treasure. Alright, we could also, you know, hit something nice off of this. Survey says. We did not. We hit a Taiga. Okay. How do they counter things in Jund? That's a fair point. So, what do I want to hit off this? I guess the black source is more important than the blue source. The blue source is just casting what? Ancestral Recall? So we don't really care that much about that. I mean, we do care. We don't want them to do that, but it's also just one card. I mean, they have 4 Deathrite Shamans, so... That is their only blue land, yes. But they have 4 Deathrite Shamans. I don't think hitting their splash color is better than taking them off one of their main colors. They don't have another fetch that is a blue source. You're totally right, chat. But I don't think that changes the plan. Turns out we were in a decent spot. All right, so Tarmogoyf is annoying. Oh, Renin 6. Renin 6 kills... Oh, we countered Tarmogoyf. Right. Renin 6 kills my monkey. I don't really want that. Just counter this. Do we want Wasteland? On green or black red? Probably. I do want to get 4 card types in the yard, though. It's not really going to help me there. I think I want this Wasteland. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting 4 card types in the yard unless I hit like Ancestral off this. Definitely don't want that. Oh. New plan, I guess? Play a 5/5 flyer. And I think we just want to get rid of the Channeler. Kind of makes me sad that we chose to keep... I mean, this Wasteland's not going to be bad. Oh, I still have a Ragavan. I can still do that because I... God, this Ragavan's so... Oh, now I have a Deathrite Shaman. Ragavan's so good. Wow. Okay. Do we just play a Ragavan and play a Murktide? Or do we Wasteland and play a Murktide? Or do we Wasteland and play a Deathrite? I think I just want... I mean, we have treasures. So we can probably use it. Also makes mana. I don't think it's bad. I just think that getting them off of this black-red source is so good that I'm just going to ignore this Deathrite Shaman and just play... this Merfolk. No, I keep saying Merfolk. It's Murktide. Yeah, we're just gonna never be able to turn on your Dragon Rage Channeler. That's fine. It should be lethal enough. I think that's better. Maybe I was supposed to... I don't think I was supposed to keep the second card underneath because I want to be able to draw like a... Yeah, okay. I would love a Bolt or a Preordain is fantastic. All right, we've drawn very, very well tonight. That's for sure. I definitely don't want that. Lightning Bolt? Rainstorm. Our region is also going to get bigger. So if I keep the Channeler and then I cast Brainstorm, then I put 3 types in the yard by putting the Channeler into the yard. But then I flash back and I lose a type anyways. So it doesn't really help me. The only thing that really helps me here is Lightning Bolt. And I could be able to find Lightning Bolt via this Brainstorm, but I could also find it via Preordain Flashback. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if there's a way for me to win this turn, right? I don't think I can figure out a way to win this turn. I guess I could theoretically take the Channeler and just play it out. So when I flashback my Preordain, I can mill over Brainstorm. I mean, then they're blocking... Are they really going to block the Dreadhorde Arcanist? Are they going to block the Ragavan? Or are they going to block... this might be silly, but I think it's actually fine. I'm not 100% sure what the most optimal line is here. I just don't have enough games with this kind of creature configuration. But this lets me put 2 cards in the yard. I trigger my Murktide Regent. Yeah, I'm going to put this in my yard. And maybe I'll still be able to cast it. Maybe I won't. But now if they kill anything, my things become flyers. Which seems really good. What kind of things can I hit with Mental Misstep? Lightning Bolt? It's probably good to have that in my hand, to be honest. I could leave Ruby on. They're gonna have to kill something, so shouldn't need to get anything into. I shouldn't need to be able to. Yeah, I don't know. What are they gonna block here? They're gonna block the Dreadhorde? They're gonna block the guy that's gonna become a flyer. Sure. All right, so now this is a flyer next. Yeah, they're just very dead, right? Oh, I even get extra mana and an extra card in my yard. This card is sweet. I thought this card would be a lot worse than it actually is, and and the big reason is because there's just like a very low number of Pyroblasts in the format right now. Historically, there's been a lot of Pyroblasts recently. Decks playing as many as 4 in the main deck, but right now it's just Pyroblast is on a huge downturn. Flusterstorm is on a huge increase, so this card has just gotten really good. All right, so we are going to take game 1 versus Jund. We definitely going to want some Unholy Heat. And maybe a Needle, but probably not. And then some Borrowers. Probably just that, right? Obviously don't want Shattering Spree or Surgical Extraction or Pyroblast or Null Rod. So the only real options are these 3 cards. My opponent is probably going to bring in... they actually don't have very much cards because they're already kind of mid-rangey. I guess a Pyroblast, second Pyroblast, kind of it, maybe. So what do we have? Do we have anything bad? Like we could bring out Negations, because Negation is kind of awful in this matchup. It's really only countering Ren. And then we can take out 1 Daze on the draw. Just battle like this. Seems fine. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. I saw it in a modern list, Passion. It kills Tarmogoyf and Oko, which is pretty big game, and something that blue-red decks kind of need, which is why I've been playing it recently. I've been pretty happy with it, actually. I had 2 in the list that we 5-0'd with. Card seems pretty reasonable, to be honest. Being able to kill Tarmogoyf is something that these decks have a problem with. So I'm going to keep this hand. I don't think this hand is fantastic, but I can't imagine putting it away. Another Moxen start is not ideal for our Mental Misstep Days plan. It also kills Ren. Yeah, theoretically it does that too. Wait, they just passed the next turn as well? Okay. All right, I'm going to use this land to get my Oh, shit. Do we get basics even though they have Assassin's Trophy? I guess we want to get 1 basic. Just so we can make it to turn 2 and cast Dreadhorde Arcanist. But I probably am not going to get an island with this second one. Or sorry, I won't get a mountain with the second one. Do we want Ragavan or Gush? Maybe Gush? Probably not Ragavan is my assumption. Though we're a little... It's going to be... Gush isn't going to be super great, but... So I guess there is Time Walk in my opponent's Jund deck. It looks like they're missing green sources and lands. We are just running hotter than the sun today, are we not? I don't think we want a Ragavan. Why do you want a Ragavan, Merja? What about Ragavan entices you here? Lightning Bolt. Mental Misstep. I feel like they would have played out their Wasteland if they had one, though. Lightning Bolt number 2. That is acceptable. Alright, they hit their green source. Alright, we get to get real big off this Daze. These dazes have been so good. I think 4 days might just be something that vintage players are sleeping on. It's hard to fit 4 dazes into your deck, but they always work. They always work. All right, so shall we save this?
A little something to celebrate the hot streak.
Where did that come from? Where is that from? Oh! Much appreciated, Atog. Many thanks. Oh, I drew into force? Yikes. Yeah, dazes aren't the best versus PO. This is totally true. Do we need to force this? The problem with forcing this is we have no answer to lure. I mean, we'll draw an answer to Lurrus. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this Preordain and then just draw and then just cast a bunch of Ancestrals next turn. Are we gonna overdraw by a lot here? Probably. Should we choose not to overdraw by a lot? Nah, we should probably just draw. This one's a lot less powerful, but I mean, this thing could die. Yeah, I like this. It's not overdrawing, it's card selection. I like the way you think. All right, so I'm going to get rid of Tarn, at least one of these lands, and I don't really know. We didn't draw any more forces. I don't really want to daze. Do that. We can play double 1-drops next turn and then Regent and Treasure Cruise on the next turn. I think I just want creatures. Maybe, I mean, they're going to get Lurrus this turn, so maybe I'm supposed to continue digging. But okay. That's fine. If they're going to take a turn off to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I can't play double creatures because I have an island in play. Yeah, I didn't want... I played this island because I didn't want to get wastelanded and be down in tempo. But I mean, I can still play double creatures, right? I can dash the Ragavan. Is that really the best option, though, when I can just play a big old Regent? I feel like I have a plethora of choices that all probably win me the game, and I'm not 100% sure on which is the best one. No, they play 4 Assassin's Trophy in their deck. But they are on 0 cards in hand, so... Though we might be able to just kill them with Regent, right? By going Regent into Cruise. Totally possible. I don't know. I'm gonna dash the monkey. Dash the monkey and cast dragon is not how that works. Ooh, that's mana for next turn. Yeah, I think Regent, Cruise, and Bolt is probably lethal. I don't know. It's probably fine either way. I don't think it matters very much. I think between Regent and Cruise, it should just like be very fast, but like I said, I don't think it's gonna matter too much. If my opponent like takes this turn to get Lurrus, and then oh, my Jund opponent drew Ancestral. I mean, I couldn't cast Dragon no matter what. Dragon costs 2 mana, Chernoff. I only had 1 mana to use. Alright, they still put Lurrus into their hand. Now I kind of want Forcible Protection for my Murktide Regent, whatever. Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't the wrong name, it was the wrong card. All right, now we can play tons of Magic the Gathering cards. I think I want to go put the big blue dragon in play. Though it could get pyroblasted, which would be pretty sad. I guess that would still be acceptable though. This is totally getting pyroblasted, isn't it? Whatever. Wouldn't have changed if I had cast it last turn and the Ancestral into Pyroblast anyways. Every time, chat. Alright, what I'm gonna do is dash or Ragavan, I guess. My opponent's gonna get to play a Tarmogoyf, which is not good. They're gonna go Luris Tarmogoyf. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I guess my things still fly, so oh, that doesn't fly anymore because I ate a bunch of I ate a bunch of things, so it no longer flies. Whoops. Alright, I can just cast it instant and it will fly, so we're fine. Bounce Mox in response. That's definitely a line you could take, but I would have to have 3 mana for that line, so... and also not a line you can take, because that's just not how timing works. Alright, I mean... They made some serious plays after getting Ancestral off the top, so... Alright, I mean, we still have Bolt, Luris, Bounce, Tarmogoyf, Treasure Cruise. Like, things are gonna be fine. What is the order we need to do this in? Is there an order we need to do this in? I mean, the first thing I want to do is draw 3 cards and see what I draw, right? And then from there, I can try to make it up to 7. So maybe I should actually just start with this Petal and milling a card then. So play this, mill this Daze. Cruise leaving. I guess we'll leave creature land. I don't want that. Maybe I should have left something that wasn't a land. Alright, well, I didn't draw actual counterspell at all, right? So all I can really do is just, like, bounce and get a bunch of value. Like, bolt this thing. It's an artifact. That's pretty good. I don't think I need the extra mana. Oh, I already have an artifact because of Petal. Man, maybe I should have kept... Nah, probably not. Bolt this thing. Bounce this thing. Let's see what we get off our Ragavan first, so that we can play it if we want. I probably want that. I don't really feel like I played this optimally, but whatever. Don't think it matters. Mental misstep. Not exactly a hit. I could draw that Storm Chaser and play it. Or I could like play an end step Brazen Borrower. Which I guess is similar. I don't know if what was my line of thinking there? I was just looking. I don't know. I guess I can just tempo out a Tarmogoyf, so it doesn't really matter what I do. I have a bunch of monkeys to jump that will jump in front of the Tarmogoyf at a moment's notice. Uh-oh. 3 mana? 4 mana? Mind Twist. I see. I guess it's better to just Lightning Bolt now. Is it better? I mean, Lightning Bolting and playing Borrower are doing the same thing, right? So it's better to use my mana to Borrower? Probably. I think so. And then next turn we draw this Channeler. So we have a 2-turn clock even if they draw a removal spell. I don't know. One of those. Should be good enough. Interesting. That game got... I actually had to make choices at the end because they drew Ancestral into Pyroblast. But I don't hate the way we played it. I'm sure we could have played it more optimally, but... They did have a removal spell. They have 2 removal spells. They have a Pyroblast and they live another turn. No. Alright, 4-0. Ancestral is the best card in Jund. Too true. Too true, Blue Man 7. Too true. Alright. I mean, that's a 4-0. This deck, it definitely has legs. I don't think I have it constructed correctly. There's got to be ways we can make this better. It might just be like, take a days out for a Merchant Scroll, take a days out for... Kind of want to fit Thoughtcasts in my deck somehow, or even a 3rd Dragon, maybe? I'd like to get another No Rod back in the sideboard. I'd also like to have more anti-combo, but I'm not sure we can go... We have a little bit too many... Yeah, maybe we could just cut some Dreadhordes. It's totally true. Is Expressive Iteration playable? Totally. The reason I didn't play Expressive Iteration in this deck is because unlike Legacy, you just don't end up with 2 colored mana a lot. Sometimes you even like have to play more than that to pay for a spell, like against shops, so you have to pay 3 mana sometimes. And a lot of times I'm dazing and picking up lands, and I just never felt that I needed to draw like extra cards with the Expressive Iteration. There's no artifacts in my deck, so no Thoughtcasts. You might be talking about Thought Scour, and I do think I want a Thought Scour, but another option could just be to trim down on Dreadhorde Arcanists. That could totally be the case. Yeah, but I mean, there's just like a very low number of Pyroblasts going around right now, so I actually think you're fine if you rely on reach. The biggest thing I'm concerned about this deck is it relies a little bit too heavy on the graveyard, which is why I have Brazen Borrowers in the sideboard as an answer to Leyline of the Void. But this deck like gets pretty eaten alive when my opponent goes Leyline of the Void and they can't answer a Ragavan. Is Raging getting Pyroblasted even that bad? I mean, yes. You got 1 for 1 and lost your graveyard. Oh yeah, I would say so. I do think that Dreadhorde Arcanist is probably the worst card in our deck. So I don't know, maybe you could like play 2 days Arcanist and then play Scroll as another way to get Ancestral and 2 Thought Scours. kind of like the look of that. Maybe it's possible you just don't even need Thought Scour, and I'm just, you know, low amount of games played. I don't know. The 4 Dazes has been kind of nice. Maybe I can just play a Scroll and cut an Arcanist, and maybe that just is better. Where I just go like that. That way I have less Arcanist, but I have another additional copy of Ancestral Recall. No, you don't. I mean, 4 Dazes is a lot of Dazes. I'm willing to concede that the Dazes is more of like a... I don't know. You think we're not supposed to be on 4 monkeys? Cutting, I would cut no sprees ever. No, I don't think I would cut any sprees. I think typically spree is actually better than Null Rod. So, and spree is just so good with Dreadhorde Arcanist. You could play a 4th monkey. I just found that I had too many monkeys. Also, I own 3. Monkey doesn't die as much as it does in Legacy, so I just don't know if you want 4 legendary creatures. It also gets boarded out a decent amount. Like, I could even see going down to 2 monkeys. So, it's a little weird. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure where this deck goes from here. I do think that the Legacy players who joined from Anurag's stream should try Lotus Petal in your Blue-Red Delver deck and tell me how it goes. Or maybe somebody's already tested that. But I have been super, super impressed with Lotus Petal in this deck. And maybe it's because I have like more card advantage to get me back into the game with like Ancestral and stuff like that. But just being able to go like turn 1 1-drop Wasteland or turn 1 double 1-drop, surveilling off of Petal. I've just been super impressed with this Petal. It's restricted in Vintage, so I can't play any more than that. But oh yeah, I don't think you need Bobble at all in Vintage. I think it's I just think it might be worthwhile to try Petals over Bobbles in Legacy. It's an artifact for Delirium, triggers Surveil, lets you play things on turn 1, 2 1-drops on turn 1, or 1-drop plus Wasteland on the draw on turn 1. Is Ragavan really that good? Well, if you watch the matches from tonight, and those matches are going to go on YouTube tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., Ragavan just single-handedly won 3 or 4 games tonight. So yeah, I think Ragavan is seriously pretty good. It does have some bad matchups in Vintage where you take them out, but all in all, I've been really happy with it. No, I think you're actually pretty good at hitting Delirium between instant sorcery, creature, artifact, land. I think it's actually perfectly easy to hit Delirium. I haven't had any problems with that. So I've been pretty happy. So, I mean, it is a slow card, but also like you just have a ton of counter magic. So, anyways, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and check out more videos and do all the things that make the channel go happy. I hope you enjoyed it because I had a good time tonight. So I will catch you on the next stream.